Is the Dread Saurian any good in patch 5.1? Why patch 5.1? Because several major monsters have been updated and the Dread Saurian is among them, suddenly having collision attacks enabled. The last time we saw this on my channel was for Stonehorns, both standalone and as hunter mounts. The Dread Saurian doesn't have a character mount option, but it was strong before. Now, it can obliterate massed opponents, which was kind of the point all along. Recruited for a whopping 3,100 gold and 775 upkeep, the Dread Saurian is subject to army-wide unit caps. That's how powerful it is considered to be. It's actually restricted in campaign no matter what your budget is. Want more? Build more eligible buildings. Health comes in at 15,088 on Ultra Size. Armor is 120, which is on the very high end. Missile resistance is 15, and this is a unit, not a character. Leadership comes at 70, speed 60, charge speed 84. This isn't top tier whatsoever, but it's also not slow. Melee attack starts at 52 with an attack interval of 4. Splash target size is large, meaning it will splash monstrous infantry, and max targets actually damaged by splash is 8. This is a significant reduction, but frankly it makes the Dread Saurian a lot more likely to kill lots of stuff rather than simply weaken it. Melee defense starts at 32, and considering the size and bulk, this is the best we could hope for. Weapon strength is given as 750, split between 220 base and 530 armor piercing, which is definitely on the high side. Charge bonus is 30, which frankly isn't impressive at all, and mass is 12,000, which is pretty insane. Now, collision attacks are a product of momentum, as in speed combined with mass, and it's meant to operate with actual charge attacks. It's a bit of a misnomer because anything with multiple splash targets possible will have some version of collision attacks, but units with the trait enabled get a big fat bonus to the entities that can be damaged. There are limitations, but, well, that's very much under the hood. For our purposes, big bad dino trampling infantry equals blood everywhere. Naturally, the Dread Saurian is a siege attacker, causes fear and terror, and there's a missile weapon that isn't listed on this card, but that's because you can't aim it. Skinks mounted up on top are firing poisoned weapons, much like goblins on an Arachnarok spider. You don't need to worry about it, it's just a passive bonus from your perspective. Lizardmen have had reworked passives, and that's part of why I wanted to come back to them sometimes regardless. Primal Instincts now kicks in at 50% health or lower, but it's giving you bonuses, 5% physical resistance, plus 5 melee attack, and plus 15% charge bonus. In addition, Predatory Fighter kicks in if enemies are routing, but it only recharges if you're in melee. While it procs, melee attack plus 5 and speed plus 25%. Of course, a high damage, terror-producing Dread Saurian might make this kick in more than usual. In the redline skills, Hunt Leader, which is unusual to get insofar as it applies only to Pharaoh Carnosaurs and the various Dread Saurian variants, provides plus 8 melee attack and plus 12% weapon strength, which is actually extremely potent. Rank 7 Dread Saurians can benefit from Epicentrist, gaining plus 10 armor, plus 5 leadership, and plus 12 flat charge bonus, which seems mild, but hey, leadership is a constant worry with monsters, and charge bonus is going to matter. In the tech tree, which everyone says needs a rework, Sequence of Creature Bonding grants recruit rank plus 2, Sequence of the Great Beast Rampage grants melee attack plus 5 and charge bonus plus 15 flat, and Sequence of the Beast Keepers grants a global upkeep minus 10% for Dread Saurians and other dino units. So how do we use the Dread Saurian? Well, yes, that part has changed, and that's why this video exists. In the video, I'm attempting to use the unit as well as possible to maximize the collision attacks, but it's still a powerful armor-piercing attacker to the point that trying to stomp over enemy characters isn't a terrible idea. It's just best understood as an anti-army weapon. It's there to obliterate mass. Notwithstanding that, normal cavalry don't exactly withstand its attacks either. If it gets into a Reiksguard unit, that unit should be considered gone if it doesn't flee immediately, as an example. So it's not just that the Dread Saurian is good against infantry, it's a danger to basically everything. Beyond that, it's a massive 15k hit point unit that tends to go where it wants to, resisting being stopped for long by infantry or anything much else. You can try and break through a line and perhaps not worry about archers so much as high priority artillery, though a unit of Thunderers should be a high priority stomping target as well. Dread Saurians are missile magnets. This is a fundamental truth. But when Oxyonal was added, we got the heroes on Troglodons with Lore of Life, so healing in battle isn't limited to life-slam armies anymore. So any army with at least an Oracle is an additional danger just from being able to heal the Dread Saurians up. It used to be I'd also emphasize blobbing up opponents, but with the splash target's damage narrower than before and the Dread Saurian doing more killing than simple damaging, it's more independently valuable than previously. Nuking blobs still works, of course, but you want this living weapon barreling through the blobs, not simply sitting in one and being worn down gradually. Other monsters are usually more specialized. The Dread Saurian is an apex predator jack-of-all-trades, able to contribute to every part of the melee fight, be it securing flanks, at least against slower targets, and finally converging on the center of the fight. So I deem the real power of the Dread Saurian not what it can do alone, much as that has been increased with this patch, but how it combines with other units to produce broad devastation. If the opponent has lots of infantry, this may be all you need. If the opponent brings cavalry and monsters, the Dread Saurian isn't exactly bad, and buys time for more specialized forces to do their thing. So take care, and have fun plowing the fields bloody. I mean, the Armed Demon and Skullcracker need to activate their special to increase their effective mass. This comes with 12,000 stock. Stompy Dino just became much stompier, so go forth and stomp more.